What's up, everybody? It's Big Hurt with another question for one of our viewers. How often does prison come up in conversation or as an issue with people you meet since you got out? What are most people's reaction finding out that you did such a long stretch? Girlfriends, meeting old friends who didn't know you were inside. Prison, it doesn't really come up in conversation unless I bring it up. You know, a lot of people wouldn't know I did time in prison because of the way I carry myself. My whole thing while I was inside the feds was not to become institutionalized. I tried to keep my personal identity and not take on that as what they call an inmate or a convict. I made sure that, you know, I walked a certain way, I tried to talk a certain way, and of course, you adjust your conversation depending on who you're dealing with, because some people understand a certain code or certain language, you know. But for the most part, I tried to watch the way I articulated myself, because I knew I was going to be free again one day, and I would have to, you know, interact with people of the free world, and I didn't want people to be, you know, looking at me, you know, a particular way or judging me, because I already know I already have other obstacles I have to overcome because of my size, you know, my skin tone, and just my background. So you don't want to make it any more complicated than what it is. So yeah, I try to, for the most part, I don't, you know, make prison a topic of conversation. If I'm at a business meeting or I'm networking at a social event, you know, sometimes I might mention the show Fresh Out that I'm working on, but other than that, I don't really try to brag about it, because it's nothing to brag about. It's just, it's something I went through, you know. Made a mistake, and I did my time, and now I'm out, and I'm trying to share positive information with people so that they don't, you know, make the same mistakes I did. I mean, I would feel that I didn't do 10 years in lockdown facilities in vain, so that you know, I got out and did the same shit again or promoted it. I'm not promoting prison. As far as girlfriends and stuff, you know, nowadays they have Google. You know, people can take your name and Google, and I've seen, you know, I've dated before I got married, and women would Google and find out, oh my God, you did all this time, you robbed a bank, you sold drugs, you did this and that, and you know, that might be the end of that, or it might spark some curiosity. You know, it just kind of depends. I mean, a person, once they get to know you and find out you're a stand-up dude, I mean, hey, you know, they can look past that, because it's just something, it was something that you were involved in because of the mentality you had, but it's no different than being a soldier. So, you know, like I said, it doesn't come up much in conversation.